DC here. Hi guys. Well, I'm walking home from work and well, just showing you a little bit what it looks like. Over there is the hospital. There's some community gardens over there, and sadly I thought I was going to have a better view of the mountains. They're kind of hidden behind those houses, well, the apartment buildings over there. Let me kind of zoom in and see if I can get some of them. There you are. Well, you can see over there, and I thought as I was walking along, I'd do two things at the same time. I'd show you the scenery. Over there is towards the Jura mountain chain, far off over there. There you are. Now, zoom that out now. And I would also try and do the latest SpookyUniversity. So I'm holding a little handheld camera here, and I have no idea, well, I kind of have an idea since I'm pointing to myself, how well the picture will be, but we'll just have to do it. And if it's really crap, well, there won't be any video with this one. Okay, the latest SpookyUniversity was on, subject was out-of-body experiences. Now, out-of-body experiences, as far as I am concerned, is something that, well, kind of happens and doesn't. I'll get to what I'm talking about in a second. If we want to talk, I'm gonna get you dizzy moving this thing around. If we want to talk about things like astral trips, and this type of thing, or a bit of channeling or whatever to get you going to different places, no. I've never done anything like that, and I will not look into it either. Why, you might say? Well, it has to do with my beliefs, and I consider that that's peddling a little bit in the occult, which are the type of things I won't do, but I stop there. Albeit, and somewhere in that line though, is that if you are in a situation of, let's say, meditation, where a lady was on the phone and was wondering what I was doing, I guess. If you're in a situation of meditation, where you might call it, for some people who will call it meditation, in my case it might be meditative prayer, but meditation, let's call it meditation, just so that nobody will be offended and that everybody knows what I'm talking about. Now, if it's meditation or meditative prayer, yeah, there are times when you feel taken up, one can say, where you feel taken up by the spirit, and you do seem to be in another plane. Now, some of you are probably saying, what is he talking about? It's hard to define if you haven't gone through it. So I guess that we'll have to leave it at that. Yeah, that's about as close as I can get to talking about out-of-body experiences. Sorry about that, but I mean, it's different as far as I'm concerned to visions and dreams, which is a subject which we have already touched on. Okay, guys, short one. It could be actually rather a controversial one, depending on what you believe or not, but I think that I'll probably stop there, because there's not much more that I can say about the subject, and I am trying to participate in every one of these spooky universities, so yeah, that'll be my take on it. So we're just coming up to the hospital. Like I said, there's community gardens over there, and yeah, that will really be it then. That'll be DC signing off. Take care, bye.